Welcome to the Dating Kinky Podcast, a cast about love, sex, romance, and kink. A few nights ago, I was out to dinner with my partner and an amazingly sexy, brilliant couple. While we were enjoying 6 courses and 18 dishes of a fantastic meal, we talked about and around at least a dozen topics. One of those topics was about the incredible freedom we enjoy with our partners to share who we are and what we love with them, and how grateful we are for that. And how it's hard to imagine living a life where our partners could not be honest with us, or we could not be honest with them. And while I would not live any other way, many people out there do, and they want to. Thinking back, I've been there as well, and so has my partner and our dinner companions. We have probably all of us found ourselves at one point or another in life where lying was a part of a relationship, because that's what was encouraged and reinforced. And in some cases, we lied to maintain the peace, and in other cases, we required people to lie to us. You might still be doing it. Sometimes you train them to lie to you. Do you want your friends and partners to lie to you? Some years ago, I wrote a piece titled, "Ask Your Friends When They Want You to Lie to Them," about how we often edit ourselves or little white lie when people might prefer the truth. Today, I'm turning it around. When people lie, sometimes they are doing so because of something about them. They feel insecure, or they're trying to get away with something. Other times, it's about you. And that doesn't mean it's your fault. No matter what you do, people could tell you the truth, and sometimes people lie to you because you're so freaking amazing. Duh. Sometimes, though, it's because you make it so much harder for them to tell you the truth. So, do you want people in your life to lie to you? If so, when? And if you said no, are you sure you want the truth? Do you reward the truth when you get it? Let's look at this with a few examples. Do you want to know when your partner finds someone else sexy? And not just when you're in a good mood or it's a supermodel that, well, duh, of course she's sexy. But that girl from your office that you hate, or that guy you feel intimidated by who's such a jerkwad. Or do you see them look and slap them on the arm to bring their attention back to you? Or do you tell them to stop looking? Or do you ask them whether they think so-and-so is sexy and expect them to tell you no, or you are far sexier? Do you want to know when your partner thinks you're being an asshole or a biatch? When they tell you that, do you blow up at them? Or do you thank them for saying so and ask for more details? Do you want them to tell you the truth about those expensive new jeans that you bought and love? Or do you want them to tell you that you look good, even if they are not flattering? Do you anger easily when you hear things that you don't want to hear? That will almost certainly train many people in your life to avoid those topics at all costs, including lying to you. Are you easily disappointed when people fail to meet your high expectations of them? Sometimes when you spend a lot of time building people up in their minds and to them, you forget to leave them room to be human with faults. And so they lie to you so they don't have to feel the weight of your disappointment. Do you have a lot of power over others? Especially in power exchange relationships, if that power is not tempered with good communication, people will lie to avoid punishment. Or, as I noted before, disappointment or even dismissal. Are you emotionally fragile? When you are already in a bad place and you make it clear that certain things will hurt you even more, people may lie to avoid the pain of causing you additional distress. Do you avoid the truth or tell white lies? When you model this behavior to your friends and loved ones, then they will pick up the clue that you believe there are certain truths that should be avoided. Of course, this is not an exhaustive list. It's just some common examples I can think of off the top of my head, and examples that have been shared with me over the years in comments from people who justify their lying to loved ones. What are your thoughts? Do you ever want people in your life to lie to you? If so, when? Have you ever caught yourself practicing any of these behaviors and possibly training your friends and loved ones that you are not safe to share the truth with? Thank you for joining me today. If you loved this episode, please share it with others who would enjoy it. And please do join me at datingkinky.com. It's built by Kinksters for Kinksters, poly, queer, trans folk, and anyone not quite vanilla, and it's free. Find me on FetLife as Nookie Notes, and on Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, and Medium as Dating Kinky. We are on Instagram as Dating Kinky Official, all one word. Have a kinky day, and I'll catch you next episode.